realized in the post-Civil War era. After the war, many blacks moved west to the Dallas-Fort Worth area looking for work in the train yards. By the 1950s, blacks were redlined into certain sections of the city, mainly South Dallas and Oak Cliff. But forced desegregation during the Civil Rights era, most whites abandoned Oak Cliff, and it became home to a large portion of Black Dallas.
The area was settled as Freedmen's Town by former slaves after the Civil War. Its location on Elm Street, just east of the Houston and Texas Central tracks near the depot, was too far from downtown Dallas to be desirable. The area was called Deep Elm, or as early residents pronounced it, Deep Ellum. Because of the proximity of the railroad, it was also called Central Track. Entertainment was an important part of the business of Deep Ellum, which became a mecca for jazz and blues artists. In 1920, 12 nightclubs, cafes, and domino parlors were opened in Deep Ellum. By 1950, the number had grown to 20. Welcome to Deep Ellum.
Welcome to Bear Creek in Irving. Bear Creek is actually one of the oldest African-American communities in North Texas. This area was actually founded by former slaves in the 1850s. In 1878, a former slave by the name of Jim Green was the first landowner. In 1884, he established a mission and helped build a one-room freedom school that later held as many as 80 students at a time. This building is the Jackie Townsell Bear Creek Heritage Center, which is named after the city's first Black council member. She devoted her life to preserving the rich history of this neighborhood. And now let's go visit another Black historical community in Dallas.
10th Street neighborhood stands out as an early African-American neighborhood in Dallas. This district is the oldest relatively intact Freedmen's Town in the nation, with many of its original buildings still standing. These were starter neighborhoods for blacks soon after emancipation. Most of the remaining historic houses were built between 1890 and the early 1940s in various designs. While few buildings from the Reconstruction era exist today, evidence of the community's heritage survives in the Oak Cliff Cemetery, the city's oldest public cemetery, established in 1846 by William Beatty. Today it is a cohesive collection of modest folk and vernacular dwellings, dating from the late 18th to early 20th century.